All right, so before I get into the specifics of this game, all I want to say is good game to the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, regardless of if the Raiders won or lost, this game was amazing. Just the way it went overtime, but fortunately, the Raiders didn't lose. They got a nice victory in week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens in overtime to kick off the new season. Football is back, and what a way to start it. Just a classic, football game. I mean, back and forth overtime, and the Raiders, they faced adversity in this game. There were guys injured. There were moments where I thought they were going to lose. I mean, they had pretty much 30 seconds in the fourth quarter to tie it up at least with a field goal, and they did so. This game was started out kind of strange. Derek Carr was not in a rhythm. Derek Carr started out very slow. It was kind of funny. I thought, maybe they could put in Marcus Mariota. Mariota was in for one play and he rushed for 31 yards. So, I mean, that's kind of something notable. Maybe they'll have some sort of 2-quarterback tandem where they'll sometimes put in Mariota to rush. But, the Raiders' run game was not effective. And that was unfortunate. I mean, albeit 2 of their touchdowns came from rushing. But to start off the game, like I said, Derek Carr and just was really not in a rhythm, and even Waller was dropping passes, and, he actually was our leading receiver when it was all said and done. But, it didn't start out well, and we were down 14-0 pretty early. And then luckily we did score 10 points in the second quarter before half. And then also we didn't score in the third, and Baltimore got a field goal. Third quarter was slower for offense. And, it's funny because last year our offense was one of the best in the NFL, and our defense was one of the worst in the NFL. Today, it looked completely different. Our offense looked bad. I wouldn't say bad. Our offense looked subpar at moments, and our defense looked, I don't want to say elite, but our defense looked solid. Max Crosby was amazing. Max Crosby, Carl Nassib getting that fumble, forced at the end of the game, Ngakoue applying pressure. There were mistakes, but the Raiders, they had takeaways in this game. And I got to give them credit. I mean, I'm just really happy with the outcome. 33-27 final. And that final, and I'll walk you guys through this. I mean, the final moments of overtime were crazy because the Raiders had a huge play to Edwards. It was ruled a touchdown. The media was storming the field. Then it's called back. Then there's a 5-yard penalty on the Raiders, and then they throw an interception. Then Carl Nassib forces the fumble. Then Derek Carr throws a prayer to Zay Jones. He's wide open. He is wide open. Walks in the end zone, and the Raiders win. And I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself because the Raiders tend to, show signs of life and then, digress, if you will. But we can beat the Ravens. I think we can beat any team on this schedule. And I didn't predict this. I did a prediction video way back when the schedule came out. I did not predict the Raiders beating the Ravens, but sure enough, they did. And it wasn't the most conventional way possible. I don't want to win overtime every time. And it sucks the life out of a team having to play 5 quarters, essentially. But this sure as hell was, I think a contender already for game of the season, even though we've only had 1 week. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but the Raiders just put on a display. And I mean, even the Ravens, I got to give them credit. They had a great game as well. They fell short on the scoreboard, and that's what happened. But defense looked better. Offensive line looked subpar. Offense, shaky start, looked good at the end. And I'm excited for next week against the Steelers. Not even a week, actually, because it's a short week for us since we're playing on Sunday. But, our punter, A.J. Cole, looked good. Daniel Carlson hit a clutch 55-yard field goal with like 30 seconds, or actually no, there was very little time. There was like 2 seconds left in regulation, and he ties the game up. I mean, I love, this game. I love everything about it. Just the intensity. Felt like I was gonna, have a heart attack at one point because actually many points, but all that matters is we got the W and we're 1-0. The AFC West is 4-0 to start the year. Every team in the AFC West won. The Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, and Raiders all won. And I think this is going to be a great year. I have high hopes for this Raiders team. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Just so much to unpack here with this 33-27 victory over Baltimore. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. We will play Pittsburgh next, and that's gonna be a good game. And yeah, overtime finish. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'll see you guys later. Go Raiders!